The divine right of kings. Imagine you're living in medieval Europe. Your life is brutal, short, and controlled by the local lord. But above him, there's a king, a man who claims that God himself placed him on the throne. To question him isn't just treason. It's blasphemy. This belief, known as the divine right of kings, turned rulers into untouchable figures. For centuries, it justified absolute monarchies where kings could tax, wage war, and even execute subjects without consequence. The danger. When rulers believe they are chosen by heaven, they stop listening to earth. Wars like the English Civil War and the French Revolution erupted because people eventually realized, wait, maybe kings aren't divine after all. But by then, millions had already suffered under rulers who thought they had God on speed dial. Flat Earth. For centuries, many people believed the Earth was flat, a giant disk floating in space, with edges you could fall off. Sail too far, you'd drop into the abyss. This belief discouraged exploration, science, and discovery. Even when thinkers like Eratosthenes in ancient Greece proved Earth was round, the myth persisted. And shockingly, even today, flat Earth societies still exist. It's proof that dangerous ideas aren't always violent. Sometimes, they're dangerous because they hold back human progress. Utopian ideologies. Here's a paradox. Some of the most dangerous ideas come not from hate, but from hope. Throughout history, humans dreamed of a perfect society, a utopia where everyone is equal, happy, and free. Noble dream, right? The problem is that utopias rarely tolerate dissent. Take the 20th century experiments with communism. Marx's original ideas weren't inherently violent, but when applied at scale in the Soviet Union, China, and Cambodia, they often turned into brutal dictatorships. Why? Because building heaven on earth required crushing anyone who disagreed. Stalin's purges, Mao's Cultural Revolution, Pol Pot's killing fields. Together, these utopian experiments killed tens of millions. All because leaders believed, if we just remove the wrong people, paradise will appear. The lesson. The closer someone promises you heaven, the more carefully you should guard your freedom. Witch hunts. For hundreds of years, millions believed witches walked among them. A failed harvest? Blame a witch. A sick child? Witch. Strange neighbor? Definitely a witch. This belief sparked mass hysteria. Women, men, even children were burned alive, all because people thought the devil had neighbors. Bloodletting. Healing through bleeding. For over 2,000 years, doctors believed sickness was caused by bad blood. The cure. Cut you open and drain it out. From emperors to peasants, millions were bled. Ironically, it often killed them faster. Even America's first president, George Washington, likely died after being drained of almost 2 liters of blood by his doctors. A belief so strong, it turned medicine into slow murder. Social Darwinism. While Darwin's theory of evolution explained the survival of species through natural selection, a dangerous belief emerged when people began applying it to human societies. Social Darwinism posited that some humans or groups were naturally superior to others, and that society's progress depended on the survival of the fittest. This ideology justified exploitation, oppression, and extreme inequality. It was used to rationalize colonialism, imperialism, and even eugenics programs, including forced sterilizations and racial policies. Millions of lives were affected because people believed that helping the weak went against natural law. Social Darwinism turned science into a weapon. The Earth is the center of the universe. Geocentrism. For centuries, people believed Earth was the center of everything. The sun, the stars, the planets, they all revolved around us. This wasn't just science, it was religion, politics, and pride. To doubt it, dangerous. Galileo was threatened with execution for saying the opposite. One belief made people burn books, silence genius, and stall human progress for centuries. Flagellant movements. During the Black Death in the 14th century, thousands believed the plague was God's punishment. Their solution? They formed wandering groups called flagellants, marching from town to town, whipping themselves bloody in public rituals. They thought pain would purify humanity and stop the plague. Instead, their bloody parade spread even more disease, fear, and chaos. A belief so extreme, it turned self-destruction into a holy duty. Alchemy. Turning lead into gold. Imagine believing you could unlock eternal life with the right potion, or turn worthless metal into endless gold. That's alchemy. Kings funded it. Scientists wasted lifetimes chasing it. And yes, Some even poisoned themselves with mercury trying to brew immortality. Immortality cults. From ancient emperors to modern billionaires, one belief never dies: humans can escape death. Qin Shi Huang, China's first emperor, drank mercury because he thought it would make him immortal. Spoiler: it killed him. Even today, some pour fortunes into cryonics, uploading minds, or miracle pills. The belief. Tempting. The danger. Eternal. Lysenkoism. In the 20th century Soviet Union, Trofim Lysenko rose to power by rejecting modern genetics and promoting his own theory that plants could be trained to pass on acquired traits, like teaching wheat to grow in harsh winters. Backed by Joseph Stalin, his ideas became state policy, while real scientists who opposed him were censored, jailed, or executed. Entire research fields in genetics were shut down, agricultural progress collapsed, and food shortages worsened, contributing to famine and suffering for millions. Lysenkoism wasn't just pseudoscience. It showed how dangerous ideas can thrive when ideology replaces evidence,